Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. In today's video, I'll be using Scrapbook.com's butterfly dies and also their new mixed media paper pads. I have two sets of Scrapbook.com's butterfly dies, butterfly set number 1 and butterfly set number 2. Both sets are available individually, and you could also purchase them together as a bundle. I'm showing you the butterfly set 2 first. There are 6 small silhouette butterfly dies included. And I have both of my butterfly die sets in Scrapbook.com storage envelopes. I have the small size, which is about 5 by 5 inches, and also the slimline size envelope. And then butterfly set number 1 has 3 intricate butterfly designs and also the outline to go around each of them. I'm laying all the dies in one of Scrapbook.com's stack and sort trays. This is the smaller size. I love both of the butterfly die sets, and I have used them in previous videos. Scrapbook.com recently released their heavyweight mixed media paper pads. It's available in white and also black. Each paper pad includes 15 sheets, and this is a nice heavy cardstock. It's 400 GSMs. Both colors are available in A2 size and also 6 by 8 size. I'll be using the A2 size in my video. I'm a huge pattern paper fan, but sometimes it's fun to try some different techniques. It's also fun to mix some of those techniques with pattern paper. For my first card, I will be using pattern paper from Scrapbook.com's Marcotte Bloom collection. I'm also using their nested flag banner dies. The Marcotte Bloom paper pad is one of Scrapbook.com's newest collections. It's full of bright, cheerful colors, perfect for spring or summer cards. I have all of the pieces for my card already cut out, and I had all of the pieces organized in the stack and sort trays. I have the large and also the smaller size. I grabbed my crafty zipper pouch that has my tools and also adhesive roller. I'm using Scrapbook.com's deluxe adhesive roller in this video. I have their medium straight scissors. This is the 5-inch pair. I did show their new ergonomic scissors, but I ended up only using the medium straight scissors in this video. Using one of the flag banner dies, I cut out this beautiful plaid paper, soft orange and pink colors. I layered the banner on some orange solid pattern paper, and this is also from the Marcotte Bloom paper pad. For the background of my card, selected this beautiful floral design. I cut this panel 4 1/8 of an inch by 5 3/8 of an inch, and I'm layering it on some of the dark green solid pattern paper. I'll put adhesive on the back and add my card front onto a card base. Using the same dark green solid pattern paper, I cut 3 narrow strips. 2 of them are about 1/2 inch wide, and the other one is about 5/8 of an inch wide. I'll put adhesive on the back and add all 3 green strips across the card, slightly more toward the top. Next, I'll adhere the plaid banner. I was going to adhere it down using Scrapbook.com's Artiste glue, but I changed my mind and decided to pop it up using Scrapbook.com's 1mm foam roll. I love this foam so much, use it all the time, I had to grab a brand new roll. And Scrapbook.com recently released their 1mm and 3mm foam in different shapes. Their circles, squares, and also their 1/8 inch strips. I can't wait to get all the new sizes. Once I've adhered the banner on my card, I'll set it aside and start working on the butterflies. I selected 2 of the decorative butterflies from set number 1. I used the new white mixed media paper pad for the 2 butterflies, and I want to add some lovely sparkles to each of them. I'm using 2 of Scrapbook.com's glitter brushes. The orange is the coral color, and the pink I believe is called light pink. I've used their clear glitter brush marker for a long time. Love adding just that little bit of sparkle. And now they have a fun variety of colored glitter brush markers. I have a scrap piece of cardstock that I placed the butterfly die cuts on top, and I'm lightly brushing on all that beautiful color and sparkle. Since I used the mixed media paper for the butterflies, I can really saturate them with the glitter brush marker. I'm trying to make sure to get all the little edges covered with color and also the lovely glitter. For a sentiment, I'll be adding the word hello. This is from Scrapbook.com's Hello Bloom die set. It has the word and also the shadow piece. I cut out the word from two different colors using that same orange and also dark green. I'll first layer the two hello words together, creating just a very slight dark green drop shadow underneath. Then I'll put glue on the back and add the word hello on the white shadow piece. And I'm using Scrapbook.com's Artiste glue. I have the ultra fine tip on my glue bottle since it's my favorite. For the outline piece for the butterflies, I wasn't sure if I wanted white cardstock or vellum, so I did cut out both of them. I'll first try the vellum on the card, and I felt like the pink butterfly really got lost on the pink plaid background paper. So I decided to go with white cardstock for both of them. When adhering down the butterflies, I'm only putting glue behind the antenna and the body of the butterflies. I'll let the wings lift up slightly, giving them more of a dimensional look. Although if I do mail the cards, the wings will lay down flat. I'll do the same thing for the orange butterfly. I'll place both of the butterflies on the banner without adhesive. That way I can get the placement for the sentiment. I'll put glue on the back and adhere the hello sentiment in the lower left-hand area of the banner. Then I'll lay the pink butterfly above the sentiment on the right side. Put glue on the back of the orange butterfly, adhere it in the upper left-hand corner. Then I'll finally attach the pink butterfly above the sentiment. For a final finishing touch, I'll add some embellishments using pops of color. This is the Gloss Flamingo color. It's a lovely pink and works well with the pattern paper. I'll add 2 drops in the upper right hand corner, 2 underneath the sentiment, and 1 above the sentiment on the right side. So there is my finished card. I love how this one turned out. The butterflies are beautiful, and I love the Marcotte Bloom pattern paper. Now moving on to card number 2. I have a sheet of the black mixed media paper. I'm using Scrapbook.com's metallic gold pigment ink, and I'll swipe the edge of the ink pad across the piece of paper. I did 2 rows of ink, and I also went over that top row a second time since I didn't get a lot of ink on it the first time. When doing this technique, make sure your ink pad is juicy. It doesn't work when your ink pad is dry. I did let this panel sit for a few minutes. Since this is a pigment ink, it does take longer to dry. I was still trying to be careful, didn't want to smudge the ink. So instead of using the adhesive roller, I'm adding Artiste glue on the back of this panel and adhering it on my card base. I've already gone ahead and cut out a bunch of butterflies and also the sentiment hello. This sentiment is from the same Hello Bloom die set that I used on the previous card. I cut out the sentiment using some brushed white cardstock from Spellbinders. I'll put glue on the back and adhere the sentiment in the lower right hand corner, and I will place an acrylic block on top for some added weight while the glue dries. I cut out the butterflies using the Pink's Smooth Cardstock paper pad. This is one of the lighter pink colors, and I'll be gluing all of the butterflies on the background. I'm adding glue just behind the body of the butterflies, that way the wings can lift up. Since I am gluing down some of these pieces on the metallic ink, it will take just a tiny bit longer to dry. But once all of the glue and ink are dry, those butterflies aren't going anywhere. I kept changing my mind on the placement of a few of the butterflies. I love the look of the black background with the beautiful gold and soft pink butterflies. I think the colors look so pretty together. Also with the white sentiment, it really stands out against the background. I have just one more butterfly to adhere. I'm using the back side of the tweezers to press down on the body of the butterfly. Then I can easily lift up the wings without pulling off the butterfly. For a little extra detail on the butterflies, I'm using pops of color. This is the Glitter Unicorn Tears. It's a lovely pink with glitter and it's all sealed. I'll add a few drops on each of the butterflies' bodies. And for a final finishing touch, using more pops of color, this time the clear color, I'll add a variety of dots all over the background of my card. And I'm trying to do different sizes of the drops. Currently the drops have a slightly milky color, but they will dry clear. And I didn't want to add any other colors to this card, so I think the clear works out perfectly. Sometimes I like to flatten the drops a little bit. I'm tapping my card against the edge of one of the stack and sort trays. I usually tap my card against the edge of my desk, but then you can't see it on the video. So there is my finished card, and I love how this one turned out. This card features the butterfly die set number 2. Now moving on to card number 3. I pulled out one of Scrapbook.com silicone mat. I think this one is 14 by 14 inches in size. I have a piece of the white mixed media paper and 2 different Distress Oxide ink colors, Saltwater, Taffy, and dried Marigold. I'll press both of the ink colors onto the silicone mat, spritz them with water. Then I'll take my piece of mixed media paper and press it right onto the ink, doing a little ink smushing. I did use my heat gun to dry the paper. Then I'll repeat the process, adding more ink, more detail to the card. I used my heat tool again to dry the background. Now I'll add a lovely splatter all over this panel. I'm using the clear glitter brush marker from Scrapbook.com. I squeezed out a little bit of ink on an acrylic block, and using the paintbrush of the marker, I'll lightly tap it over this panel, adding a lovely glittery splatter all over the background. For a sentiment, I'll be adding Sending a Happy Hello. This is from the Hello Bloom stamp set. I have the stamp all set up in my Rose Quartz Misty. I'll ink it up using Honeybee Stamp's Intense Black ink. And I did stamp it a few times to get a nice solid impression, and I used the Stampendable stamping tool from LDRS. I used my trimmer and cut out the sentiment. I'll be adding it toward the bottom of this panel. And I'm also adding some of the butterfly die cuts. And I used the Marcotte Bloom paper pad for the butterflies. Wasn't sure if I wanted to add 6 butterflies or 3, but when I was laying out the sentiment, I think just 3 butterflies were enough. Any more, it felt like it was a little crowded with butterflies. I'll add some foam dimension on the back of the sentiment using more of the 1mm foam roll. I'll adhere down the sentiment about 1/2 inch up from the bottom of the card. Then I'll put glue on the back of the butterflies, again just behind the body so I can lift up the wings. I'll add the pink polka dot butterfly above the sentiment on the left side, the yellow butterfly on the right side, and finally the orange butterfly in the upper left-hand corner. With all the sparkle on the background, decided not to add any embellishments. So there is my finished card, and this is card number 3. I love this beautiful background. The soft pink and soft orange colors look so pretty together. Now here's another look at the 3 cards I made using some butterfly dies from Scrapbook.com and also their brand new mixed media paper. If you are interested in any of the products I used in this video, I do have links in the description box below. If you enjoyed my video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.